The year is 2006, and we are going to talk about The Wicker Man. My name is Brian Lee. To my left is...
Bran Bran.
To my... Took you a second.
I forgot who I was.
To my right.
Christopher Lee.
Very good. They fucking, all the kids are not acknowledging his question. They open up and a crow's in there.
Yeah. And then Nick Cage is like, what? yeah. I was like, oh, that was my reaction too.
Yeah. But then, so obviously something's aloof. Mm-hmm. So then he gets the very smart idea to look at the attendance sheet.
Yeah. Which is a good idea.
And then he sees Rowan Atkinson's
Rowan Atkinson's,
crossed off, which is very lazy.
Yeah.
It's just
it wasn't it's like a single line.
Right.
Thin
Very
line.
thin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think Nick Cage says, "You little liars."
yeah.
That's pretty funny.
You're all little liars.
Right.
This is the point where I wrote down
Feel the bees?
nothing's happening.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, okay, so he's on an island. I'd say it's been what, maybe 40 minutes? Half an hour, 40 minutes into the movie?
Yes.
About that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about that much, and nothing has really done anything to grab you, to pull you in, to make you want to watch more. So that's right. At this point, I'm just like,
no, I disagree.
I just poked myself in the eye with my thumb. Okay. Well, you just what's really trying to keep you in?
Because the island is super fucked up. There's something up with this island.
Yeah. I can see how if it's your first time watching this, that yes, at this point, you'd be like, oh, something's going on. I want to know. But if you have seen this more than once, you're just like, oh, come on. Get to what's good. Get to it. Get to it.
Get on with it.
Because honestly, if you just really took the main points in this movie, I can see it being like a 40-minute movie. No, it's because you think of it. Okay, think of the beginning. Think of the cop stuff that didn't need to happen. Think of the cars. Think of the car. The image is dreaming stuff that didn't need to happen. Think of all those little things. It's a lot of little things. Maybe I was exaggerating, of course, for the 40 minutes, but there's a lot of little things that just didn't need to happen in the movie. A lot. You add those up, it took a big chunk out of it.
I mean, there is a lot of flashback / fever dreams that didn't need to happen. Yeah. The barn scene didn't need to happen.
The barn scene didn't happen. I think some of the church stuff where they go to the ruins of that church.
Oh, the crypt?
Yeah. Some of that really didn't need to happen. Him was like, what? Well, I said some of it could have been pointed out things, but I think there was too much on it. Because it really didn't play too much of a part in the movie. There was a part of it, but it didn't play too much of it. So it really didn't need as much of the movie as it took.
Right.
It seemed almost to me that when they were making the movie, they put too much emphasis on things that didn't need to happen and didn't put enough emphasis on things that were probably more geared towards to make you feel scared or jumpy or like the suspense, like what's going to happen next, that kind of stuff. Because throughout the whole movie, even the first time I watched it, I really never felt like this was a horror movie, or I never felt like this was like something was gonna.
Yeah. What genre would you classify this as?
I honestly I don't know, because it's supposed to be a horror movie.
You think it's supposed to be a horror movie though?
Maybe more of a thriller.
Yeah, I'd say
thriller / horror, because I think they were trying, because The Wicker Man is supposed to be a horror movie, and not because of the scary stuff you see, because of actually what they're doing. Like, you're supposed to be scared of what they're doing, not what you're seeing.
There's not one monster or one goblin.
Yeah, right. The monster is the island. That's your one monster.
Oh, twist.
Yeah. Well, that's really what it is, because that island is those.
Come to the island.
Come to the island. You're making me crazy. That the island is the monster, because that's where the cult is, and the island is kind of supported, and that's where their god, in quotes, lives. That's what it is. So that's what I think of that as the monster. And they didn't put enough emphasis on the
syllable. You put enough emphasis on the syllable?
syllable.
Yeah, there you go.
gotcha.
Now you get it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's why they didn't put enough on it. So it made you almost feel like, okay, who is the monster? Is it the cult? Are they just the people, the monsters? Is their god the monster? Like what's really, making all of this happen? So you're kind of like, at least me, I'm kind of like, okay, is there really a god? Is that really what's making their crops great? Is that really happening? Or is it just crazy people?
It's just
that are a
crazy
cult?
people. Yeah.
But to me, the movie doesn't really spell out.
Right. But if you can get one person to make another person believe something, that can go on and on.
No, yeah,
I
totally agree.
Kind of plug for something else. Wild Wild Country on Netflix.
Good.
That's how you can make a whole fucking community believe in this one set of ideals. Fucking crazy, lazy Braveheart paint lady, Miss Summersile.
Yeah.
I was like, because I think she started it. It's her shindig, isn't it?
Well, she
said
she's
mom.
supposedly the representative of
right.
their god, and her mom, like Chris, you said, Chris, is the one that taught her all that. So, but I do agree with what you said. The one person, on. But how this kind of gets me is because it wasn't just people from America being like, you know what, or one person from America being like, I'm going to start this thing. This was something that was done in it was Celtic. It was mentioned. This was a Celtic god.
Didn't they mention the Salem witch trials?
Right,
and that's why we. Yeah.
So it started in Ireland. It was actually the Celt. It was the Celts. And if you actually Google and look at the Celtic religions, everything, multiple gods, all that kind of stuff, a lot. Almost. I don't want to I don't know enough about it really to speak into it, but they took the Celtic beliefs from Ireland or the islands there,
the Isles,
brought it to America, like Chris said, near Salem, where the witch trials are happening. That's not good. Moved further west. And that's where they started their thing on their sanctuary or whatever they're called, the cult, which you can call it a cult at this time by looking at it. But when they moved there, that was that is their religion. That is their exact religion.
Yeah.
So from them, moving from there to that, I see that as I'm kind of I don't know. This movie has me not liking it.
Mm-hmm.
You but
piece
then,
of shit.
But then I dig deeper into what I'm talking about right now. The whole moving, and that's what gets me kind of interested because I don't focus on the movie. I focus more on the that's history, history.
Yeah.
That's I no matter what, I take an interest in that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. So then I start focusing on that, and I'm like, oh, why did that happen? But the movie doesn't talk about any of it. Mm-hmm. It's more of we just moved here because of Salem witch trials. So it kind of brings you out of it. To me, it brought me out of it all. I think that's really the point that I'm reaching at. It just kind of brought me out of all of it because it wasn't cohesive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I probably was talking in circles there a little bit. Whiskey and stuff, but it to sum it up, the whole, this is our religion, we're bringing this here, it didn't mesh, I guess. I don't know.
Says you.
Yeah, says me. Pretty much.
Right. I get it.
Yeah. I mean,
Puritans, bro.
Don't get me. Don't get me started
on the Puritans.
No, honestly, don't get me started on the Puritans. We're not talking about that on the podcast because I don't want. I don't want threats.
Well, I think. Are there any Puritans left?
Well, no, I'm not getting into it because I knew that You're trying to pull me in. And it's not, I'll talk about it afterwards. Because I don't want bad comments and people being all, I love everyone. Okay, everyone's great and everyone's happy. Let's just say
Smash that like button.
Yeah, smash it. If you don't smash it,
What?
I'll just be sad.
Smang it.
Yeah, smash it and bang it.
So eventually, Nick Cage wanders into a field of bees.
Yeah, like he is in the middle of a bee farm.
Yeah, that also I didn't get understand. So he's allergic to bees.
Yes.
And before he even walks towards it, he sees all of the bees. And
Sees the bees.
And then he realized, you know what? I have a great idea. I'm going to walk towards those bees.
Yes.
Even though I'm allergic.
Yes.
And
Deathly
I'll die.
allergic.
I will die.
Yes.
But I'm going to go towards them. And he does.
Because they even show like a glimpse of his EpiPens.
Yeah. Yes. Dude, and even if this was in the original, the guy is allergic to bees and he goes towards them. Stupid.
Yes.
Agreed.
No one would do that.
Yeah.
So there's just so many things throughout this movie that just don't make sense. I really gotta pee.
You gone.
All right, you guys talk. We're talking
So
about bees.
he gets stung by a shit ton of bees.
Yes.
Which Bran Bran's a poo pants. He walked away.
By the way, the Miss Summersile or whatever
Yes.
her name is actually the mom from Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, you're right. Very good. So yeah, so he gets stung by a shit ton of bees. He all of a sudden wakes up and he's like, "Oh, did you find like one of my fucking epi?" I forget.
Yeah.
He doesn't say epi, but I forget what he
Did you call
says.
it adrenaline shot or something like that?
It was something along those lines, and they're like, "Oh, we did it the old-fashioned way."
Yeah.
Did they ever explain what the old-fashioned way was?
I just assumed it was like leeches or something because he
Right.
had some like weird bumps on his like arm.
So yeah, this is so. The one lady's just like, "Oh, Mrs. Summersile's been expecting you,"
Yes.
and then so he meets Mrs. Summersile, and this is where we kind of find out, like, oh, you know, I think this is where she explains, like, oh,
Salem witch trials. And,
right. This is where she explains everything that Bran Bran just explained, pretty much. And then.
It made me laugh because, you know, they're basically just going for a walk on the island and she's explaining all the history of the island.
Right.
And the whole time Nicolas Cage just swatting
the
at
bees.
bees.
Right. And then she goes, "Oh, your ride's here."
Yeah.
And the guy, her servant guy was super fucking creepy.
Which one?
The one with like you kind of dressed
Not
up.
the one, the one dressed up.
Oh, yeah.
The one dressed up like a man boy.
Yeah. Well,
Boy, man.
He was a manservant, and then all the men were just.
But he was just like,
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
you know, just kind of
All
like
teeth.
Then he goes to that crypt, and then he's like starts swimming in the crypt.
Yes.
Because he heard the girl's voice.
Right.
Which,
Right.
whatever. I mean, at this point, I was like, whatever. You hear the
He
girl
goes swimming, but then someone like closes the thing on him.
Right. And then like his
screams for help, and then he has his hallucinations, which was another.
Then a whole day
few
goes
minutes.
by.
Yeah, it's
and then
whatever.
Fucking Willow's like, "Wah, wah," and then he's like, "Oh." But then he finds the cardigan sweater.
Yes.
With her initials.
Yeah. Gives it to her, and then she starts smelling it.
Well, no, and he's like, is this hers? Tell me! Super aggressive, super quickly.
Yeah.
But then,
wait, did you talk about? I think I heard you guys. You were talking about when he was talking to the woman.
Yes, Miss Summersile.
Yeah. Did you guys talk about the book? The huge book that said Ritual of the Ancients.
Yeah. No, we didn't talk
So I'm
about
thinking he's got this. There's this huge book.
Yeah.
Called Ritual of the Ancients, and you kind of just look at it, and you're like, oh, that's fine.
Right.
I mean, later on, you know, whatever. But
Get more of that cheese. But then, what is it? When does he go to the grave, though?
I think that was before the oh boy, what's happening? Yeah, well, I mean, I will want. Thank you.
I will want.
I will want.
That was before he went down there.
The crypt?
Yeah, that was before he went to the
No,
crypt.
because then he
wasn't
pulls
it?
up and then he digs up the doll.
Yes.
I don't remember when he digged up the doll. I don't remember when that happened.
That was
What?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh my god, that's like okay.
That's like the scene from.
This movie has the most quotable lines.
Can you hand me that?
This movie has the most quotable lines, probably. I think out of any of the movies that we've seen.
Besides Vampire's Kiss, yes.
I debate that.
I'd say I.
Actually, yeah, I actually have.
Because here's the thing. So he digs up the grave. Oh, because he asked Miss Summersisle's permission to dig up the grave.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I thought I didn't give you permission.
Yeah,
I hate
that was
men.
weird.
So he eventually digs it up, and it's just a doll that's burned. And then he finds his wife, and he finds his wife, and he's like, it was this maybe. He was like, where he's just like, it was this hers, right?
The doll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, is this hers? Tell me. She goes, he's like, how did it get burned? 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 Like 4 times, like rapid fire. Yeah. Fucking awesome.
He had some pretty great freakouts.
Yes.
And weird stuff throughout the movie. I'll give you that, definitely. Like, really? With that, he made this movie, like, be kind of watchable. Like, because of I'm about to say because of the freakouts.
Right.
You know, if there was no freakout, it would like be a dull movie. So
right.
Well, that's fine.
Where is this?
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
talk about the doll, and then this is where I think you were saying we're at the point where he finished talking with the woman.
At one part, he goes back to Summer Isle's house,
and he's looking for her.
Yes.
And then
he goes into one room, and it's just this old crusty dude in a bed
who's very bumpy.
Yes, and lumpy.
I'm guessing he has like the plague or.
No, go ahead.
No, I don't know. I mean,
I was gonna say when he opened the door and the woman was sitting there.
Oh yes, and in the next room, he opens the door and just a girl covered in bees, smiling.
I was already done. You know, from the first time I saw this movie. But at this point, I was like double done. Because I'm like, this is just
double
done. Like, which one did you want?
It doesn't matter. I guess I get that one.
Just pick which one you want. My eyes are closed. I mean, done. Yeah, I was just done. It was
because the girl's covered in bees.
Because of the stupidness.
That's not a word, Bran Bran.
Stupidity.
There you go.
Of it.
Thank you for being an adult.
So,
well, there it goes.
Well, I got it. She's so handsome. So they show her. She's sitting. It's maybe a good like 15 seconds of that scene, not just her, just the scene. He opens the door. He looks at her. She's sitting there on a chair, no clothes, and there's bees on her covering all the parts.
I think this movie has made us drink the most we've ever drank.
Yes. And so she's just with bees on her, and she's smiling at him. And he like looks at her, and she's smiling. He looks at her, and he's like, "Oh God, no!" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm just sitting here." Smiling, and he's like, "No," and I'm just sitting here.
Yep.
Okay,
but then when does he help out? Whatever. But then like he's trying to like enlist the help of like his fellow men, so he goes back to the tent.
Yeah.
So I forget when there's the log scene.
Yeah.
And like no, the guy doesn't talk. Whatever.
Yeah, well, logs are gonna fall on one of the guys that lives there,
right?
And Nick Cage saves him.
You know what? No, never mind. That already happened.
Well, it happened, but it's still poignant, you know, because it was.
But then do they just like straight up not have tongues?
I think that's it.
I think it's got to be they don't have tongues. It has to be. Yeah.
But then he goes into the tavern. He's like, brothers, you gotta help me. And like it's like the house of pussy whipped. It's just
they're like, very like timid and scared.
So then,
which we could easily mock it, but I mean, if that's like how you say it's a cult, if that's what you grow up in, and all the other men are like that,
right?
Well, you know,
so I think it's. I don't know if it's the church or the school. They're like, "Oh, what are men?" And they're like, "A phallic
church." I mean, school. Yeah. And the kids
are saying it.
Super fucked up. Yeah.
That's weird. But then what is it? He's like hiding behind a door and no. He goes out to the dock, finds the plane.
Yeah.
Pilot.
And the pilot is.
Yeah, he's all fucking jacked up. Like his like eyes and mouth. His eyes are cut out. And,
I think his mouth's sewn shut or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then he goes back to the tavern.
And this part.
What? No, it's the best part.
Go ahead. Say it.
He goes there. And he kind of sneaks in. And Sister Beach is talking to the old lady. First off, I don't know how that old lady could have done anything. She was an old fucking hag. No offense.
None taken.
Charmed. And Sister was like, oh, you take care of it. Like, don't do my lesson. He's like, good. Good job. High five. We'll take a shower later. Slam dicks. But then Nick Cage is like,
He's watching the entire time.
Right. Yeah. And he walks up and he just fucking cold cocked.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That was awesome.
Dude, I've never enjoyed seeing a woman get punched.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. It was really funny.
But it's just like, okay, listen. Sister Beach is a very bad person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, we're all bad people, but yeah, she's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, I can justify that woman deserves to be hit if she's a woman.
If you're hurting people, like physically, I don't care if you're a man or a woman.
Equal rights and equal lefts. Am I right, brother? Yeah.
But really, like, and honestly, like, if you're hurting somebody,
yes,
you deserve to be stopped.
Repercussions.
Yeah, if you could be stopped. Okay, so if you're
deserve repercussions.
Yeah, you're a man or woman. If you could be stopped without violence, do that.
Yes.
But if you have to be stopped by physical force, you could be a man, a woman, a kid. I don't care. You're hurting other people. You need to be stopped.
Right. You are not exempt from.
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
Which is why it's also awesome when Nick Cage sidekicks that other one.
Yes.
Like a Van Damme sidekick.
I thought Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah,
but
fair enough. Yeah.
Both. Yeah.
I was very happy about that.
So actually, before that awesome punch and awesome kick, like I think Nick Cage just like has the plan. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go house to house, knocking doors down, looking for Rowan. So he goes to one house, and like there's like a mother-daughter. He's like, oh, where is he? Where is she? And then he walks in, and then like this wardrobe in the corner like opens, and a girl falls out.
Yeah.
And then they all start like giggling. Like,
Yeah. There was a lot of weird stuff around that time. I'm just like, what is
just
going
a lot of
on?
weird laughing.
Right.
Yeah.
And then he goes to another house, and it's 3 children playing, and they all have like masks on.
Yeah.
Because it's like a festival of fertility or whatever. Yeah. And Nick Cage just walks in and just like starts flipping the mask off.
Yes.
And the kid's like, oh, don't do that.
Hey, stop that.
Yeah.
And then
child hater in me loved that whole sequence.
Oh, yeah.
And then right before Cage punches the deadlifter of 2017 was someone says to Sister Beach, soon you'll be an entire family of bears.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
So the first time I saw it, I had no clue. Now I know why. Because
it's to play on that bear costume.
Exactly.
Because every year she wears that bear costume.
Yes.
But soon you'll be an entire family of bears?
Yeah. I don't know like, that part.
Bitch, you getting fat, you a whole family.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know that. Like, and this is the part
you're going to hibernation.
This is the part where I just wrote, I don't understand why he hasn't done anything.
Who?
Nick Cage.
What do you mean?
He punched and kicked people.
Yeah. No.
I'm whipping off masks.
I'm talking not at this exact moment. Prior, before he found out the radio when the plane was destroyed.
Yeah.
Why hasn't he gone to his police department.
He's tried the phone, but there's no reception.
Oh, is it? I don't recall.
Yeah, his phone doesn't have reception. The plane, the radio's been ripped out.
Yeah.
Also, didn't they say when he was gonna fly over that it was close enough to swim to?
I don't remember that.
So if it was in such dire straits, thank you.
That song says the F word, and I don't mean fuck.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it says this little
Fruit by the foot?
faggot.
Fruit by the foot.
Oh.
It says
Oh, the F word. See, now I think that's the F word now. Wouldn't you agree?
yeah, I agree.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Oh. So if it was that close,
Psychiatrist, I understand.
if they were that close, why didn't he just, after realizing the few times weird shit was happening, why didn't he just go back? If it was that close, there was
Stingrays.
I'm pointing out. I'm just pointing out the inconsistencies in the movie. You know, there's a lot of just stuff that doesn't add up, and it was just whatever. So, and you're telling me that they do these sacrifices, whatever. If they're that close, the people in the mainland can't see shit burning and people getting hurt.
I don't think it's that close.
Well, then they lied to me.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually said how far off the coast that was.
They didn't, but they did mention that he could swim to it.
Yeah, I thought he did say it was swimmable.
Yeah. So, I mean, he could be bragging. Then they shouldn't have said it.
Yeah.
You know?
What was the story with the blind twins?
Oh,
That said shit in unison?
No story.
Yeah, I don't
None.
know. I don't like.
They
Yeah,
kept popping up and no explanation.
they're just trying to add a creepy factor,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it was just
And like I
fucking
said,
annoying.
It was
Yeah.
either a creepy factor
Listen.
or it was from the previous movie.
Stanley Kubrick did a good version
Yeah.
of it from The Shining, and then
Yeah.
this is just dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So, I mean, I'm kind of at the end of my note area here because
so Sister Beach, the 1987 championship weightlifter,
Yeah.
she wears a bear costume every year.
Nick
Punches out. Nick Cage punches her out.
Yep.
Decides to steal the bear costume.
Yes.
Yep.
Decides.
Yeah, they're just
like they're doing
Yeah.
a parade, and he
Yeah.
like hops in.
Yeah.
And when they have like, is it Rowan that's like tied up to the tree?
Yes.
It's like it's Rowan tied to the tree. So like fucking one girl's blowing the horn.
Yeah.
Nick Cage comes gallantly like sauntering.
Save the day type stuff.
Yeah, up to the girl with the horn and just cold cocks her.
Which is amazing.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then they start him and Rowan and him start running through the forest. But then Rowan starts pulling ahead and he's like, oh, slow down.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But then he finds like Rowan's kind of led him straight to the group.
Yeah.
again, which is, I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird.
Everything in this movie had to happen perfectly for it to line up at
the way
the
it
end.
did.
And nothing does. Nothing. So how am I supposed to that's why whenever a movie, it doesn't matter what kind of movie it is. Whenever a movie lines stuff up to where like this, to where the beginning to the end is perfect. Like it even starts before the movie even happened. It started when Nick Cage and Willow hooked up.
Yeah, but they
That's
kind of
really
say
when
that
it's-
though. Because they picked him because he's
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like it's almost dumb. Stuff like that doesn't
Fucking shut your whore mouth right now.
Oh God. Like
I've had a couple.
yeah. It's just you know how you watch movies, sometimes you get like drawn in, like you feel like you're like, oh, I'm really into this.
Yeah.
Right.
At no point in this movie I felt like I was drawn in. Like I'm with Nick Cage on his adventure.
So
nothing
with this, I wasn't able to displace reality, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't care.
But here's the thing, though. It was so ridiculous. I was so along for the ride.
Yes. I'd agree with that.
Is this the first time you saw it?
Yes.
Second time. Okay. Okay.
So Nick Cage gets led into the group
Yes.
of the whole island.
Yeah.
And this is where he realized he's been hornswoggled by
That's a wrestler.
yeah, I'm hornswoggled. Oh, you're right. It's the midget.
Yep.
Small person.
Yeah.
So yeah, fucking Miss Summersile's there, Willow's there, Round's there. So they've all been man. There's a lot of movies where it's like a con job, not con job, but you know where he
not a twist.
Yeah.
he gets Shyamalan.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
There's this
I was
one.
just gonna say
Hornswoggle. It's got you on. Because it's this movie and
Arsenal,
and
Matchstick Men.
Matchstick Man.
There's another one.
What was the
Deadfall?
No. What was the adaptation? I'd almost say adaptation, not completely. A bit in adaptation.
That's where he's a screenwriter.
Yeah.
I didn't say fully. I said there's like little part. My pen. You barely touched it. Here, you can have it.
Pen 15 Club.
You can move on.
But anyway, so he comes into the big group, and then they're like, it's time. Oh, so essentially he learns that where he needs to be sacrificed.
It was it was a huge ruse
Yes.
to get him there all
The whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing. The years of planning and
Years. Oh, that's a waste of time.
it was. It was years.
His ex-fiance was on it, and she wrote the letter to bring him there. And
And what if he would have said,
Yeah.
looked at the letter and said, this is shit, threw it out? What?
spam.
That's why none of this connects at all. It's so loosely put together as a movie.
I did find it interesting though that because basically when Rowan runs back into the crowd and Nick Cage is following her and there's everyone's like, we got you now.
Yeah.
And people are taking off their masks. One of the people that takes off their mask is actually his female police officer coworker.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, which I didn't catch the first time I watched this movie, but
I the first time I watched it, I knew the second time he talked. The time he talked to her.
She delivered the letter.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. The first time I watched it, after nice. So the first time I watched it, I remember they were talking together, at the beginning, and I knew, I'm like, something's wrong about her. You can just tell. I don't know. I just knew something wrong. And then
That Betty Davis eyes.
Yeah. Then throughout, I'm just like, she's the one that did it. She's the one that brought him. It was her.
Interesting.
It just happened,
So when they start beating the shit out of Nick Cage,
why didn't he?
She took his bullets.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's
He starts calling all them bitches.
Yeah.
That's right.
Killing me won't bring back your damn honey.
Yeah.
Ow, my legs. Well, this is where we split off into the theatrical and the unrated. So let's go to the theatrical first.
Yeah.
So, so they start to swarm in. No pun intended. Bees. They start to swarm in on them, and it kind of fades into where they're dragging him into the big Burning Man sculpture.
But because that was super weird because it's this very intense audio of don't break my legs.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right.
But it's that audio over them just walking in a field. So
Yeah.
it's very disjointed.
Yes.
The bees.
Yeah, but they don't do that part for the theatrical version.
I know.
So and it's like, oh, my legs, and I'm like, okay, this is funny.
Yeah.
They throw him up in this big fucking Wicker Man. And then they burn him alive. And then while he's burning alive and he's wailing, he's just screaming. It goes to 6 months later.
Yes.
Yep.
And it flashes to
James
Franco
Franco and Ryder Strong. I thought he was the guy from Boy Meets World.
Yep. Okay.
I have Jason Ritter.
Oh, it could be Jason Ritter too.
It is Jason Ritter.
Is it really Jason Ritter?
Yes,
He looks like Ryder Strong from Boy Meets World. Doesn't he?
Ryder Strong.
Yeah.
Boy Meets
Remember
World.
Boy Meets World with what was
Not the main character, not Topanga, but the main friend.
Mr. Feeney.
Yeah, okay, so remember
Oh.
Topanga's boyfriend? Fred Savage's brother? Ben Savage? I forget his name in the show. That's Fred Savage's brother, yeah. Ben Savage. I forget his name. It was Topanga and the boyfriend. Topanga and whoever that guy was.
The third main character
Is Ryder Strong, his best friend.
Yeah. He's got the long hair that's kind of like.
He's the
Corey's brother?
No.
The other kid that's in their grade. What's the main character? Corey,
Corey,
Topanga, and like the third wheel.
Oh, Sean?
Yes, Ryder Strong.
Oh, jeez. It's coming at you.
It's not him. It's not him.
Well, now that I see
It's Jason Ritter.
Yeah, now
But I thought the
understand.
same thing, though.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was
I'm
him.
like, is that Ryder Strong?
Yeah.
It's Jason Ritter. John Ritter.
Because it was around that time
He's
that
dead.
where he did kill.
John Ritter's dead.
Well, I mean, it's what he gets. That was about the time. I really miss. I mean, I would
Miss John Ritter?
I really do. I really like. He did a lot of good stuff. Did you ever see the movie? I forgot what it's called, but it was about Satan put connect into a cable network.
I feel like you're making this up.
I am not. It was like the hell.
Are you trying to
Hal made
are you trying to impress us right now by making up things? I got a friend. He was in the Olympics. You don't know him.
No, he Allah. Dude,
Allah?
even his face,
Allah?
man,
Is that
it's
his
just so
name?
sad.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up. Will you stop? It's a your movie.
Yeah, my dad, he's a garbage man. My dad knows.
Dude, John Ritter was in a lot of shit.
No
Jesus.
shit, dude.
134.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, he was in Shut Up.
Not so.
Stay tuned. It was called Stay Tuned.
Oh.
It's got a 6.1 out of 10. Dude,
That's not very good.
Okay. A husband and wife are sucked into a hellish television set and have to survive a gauntlet of twisted versions of shows they find themselves in.
Weird.
It's not a classic. It's not a great movie.
It's not a good movie.
No, it's good. It's a good movie. No, it is a good movie. It's funny. It's supposed to be a scary, but it's like a scary horror type, but it's not like a Thanksgiving type scary horror. It's like an actual like funny, but it's a horror movie.
It's a funny butt.
Yeah, it's a funny butt. So yeah, watch it.
James Franco and
John Ritter, right?
Jason Ritter. And then they're like in a bar, like, oh, there's no chicks here.
Yeah.
And then they look and there's two girls from the island. Like, hey, you want to come back on?
Yeah.
And then essentially it just kind of foreshadows that, like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah.
But really quick, while it's showing them, like, hey, want to take you back to your place? All of a sudden you're,
Yeah.
It's like Nick Cage just screaming in the background.
But that's so one of the girls, the one who's talking to, I think James Franco,
The one that you saw throughout talking to Nick Cage, her. She's
But that's like, at one point she said to like Nicolas Cage, like, "Oh, can you get me off this island?"
Right. Yeah.
So
And
was
then
that just like
what,
a ruse
what else?
or?
That nothing from the. I don't remember. Did you say anything else? Take me off the island, but then there was.
That's the one he sidekicked.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think she worked at that lodge tavern,
right.
whatever.
It was all
And then the end of so that's the end of the theatrical version. And then the first credit that you see is for Johnny Ramone.
Yes.
Is that for like?
Yes, the Johnny Ramone. The film is dedicated to late musician Johnny Ramone, who introduced Nicolas Cage to Robin Hardy's original Wicker Man film.
Interesting. Okay, before we go any further, the uncut version.
Yes.
So the whole scene where you're just hearing these noises is this whole 3-minute and 41-second torture scene.
That's what I saw for the first time.
Where they fucking break his legs.
Yep.
And also very famous, not the bees scene.
Right.
They put a cage, ironically, on his head. Don't you patronize me.
No, it wasn't towards you. It was towards me.
Nice save. they put a cage on his head. He's like, oh, what's that? What's that? And they start pouring a bag of
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how often you guys carry a bag of bees on me, but you know.
I put it in my cupboard. I was gonna say cupboard, but I'm like, don't say cupboard. You're gonna sound old.
Are you Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah. I'm like, say it. It'll be funny.
Don't say cupboard. Don't say cupboard. Like cupboard.
It's pretty much what happened.
In my Gaylord. They start pouring a bag of bees. And he's like, the bees. They're in my eyes. That's
Other boys.
And then, what is it? Oh, and then they stab him with the EpiPen, and then they drag him to the Burning Man thing.
Yep.
Wicker Man.
Yeah, and so pretty much movie.
Yeah. For Johnny Ramone.
Yeah.
I think that's the guitarist.
I think he was part of the Ramones, the band The Ramones. I think that's what.
Budget for this movie was $40 million. Box office, how do you think it did?
32. Go on my gut.
15.
38.8.
Wow. Actually made a bit.
It didn't.
You said 32. You said
42.
I think
Budget 40.
Oh,
40.
40. I
Box
thought
office
It
38.8.
lost 2, dummy.
I am a dummy. You're right.
Well, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It hurts my feelings, but it's true.
Totally beat you in arm wrestling. Over the top.
It's my tears. I'm not crying, but I have to point it out.
That's fine.
The
I'm
dialogue,
okay with that.
perhaps as much as 80% or more, is word for word the same as the original Wicker Man.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They must have used the shitty parts.
Possibly. And that's actually all I have.
man.
The typeface is the same opening credits for both movies. The unrated DVD has a slightly different ending. And yes.
Interesting.
Mind freak. Do you recommend this beer, Bran Bran?
Beer. Oh, yes. I do recommend the beer. Very much so. Drink it. Am I giving a rating?
Yes, please.
Did you want to do?
Here we go.
Wait, you gotta ask him if he recommends it.
Wait,
Do you recommend the beer, Brian?
Yes, I do.
What do you rate it, Brian?
Okay, thank you.
It's Nicolas Cage.
Okay, after 3. Ready? Okay, wait.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 4.25. It's too bad. It's
all right.
Pretty close.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I think it got to 2.25 because I actually you could actually get a lot of good vanilla.
Here's
out
the
of
thing.
it.
So
And
normally,
I like that.
Yeah.
with stouts, usually after they warm up a bit, they get a little bit better.
Yes.
But with this one, I didn't feel that way.
Yeah.
I thought the cooler it was, the colder it was.
Cooler.
Yeah, it's the colder. I liked it better. Super crisp almost.
Yeah.
It was very good crisp.
Right.
That's why the reason I gave it the 4.25 is because when it was super crisp, that vanilla really jumped out a lot. Yeah. That's why I got the 2.25. If it was just like on a more of a room temperature, it would have been a 4. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think I personally like this, the Pollyanna Personal Chain Letter Imperial Stout. I think I do like this better than the Goose Island Parka Porter.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. It's very good.
Agreed.
Yeah. So
Top 3, Bran. Nicolas Cage films that we've covered so far.
and if I
Yeah, and also how did you feel about this film?
Wicker Man? No. Don't bother seeing Nicolas. No. Don't bother seeing it. No. I don't recommend it at all. It's not worth sitting through the hour and 40 for the maybe 3 or 4 or 5 times that he does something funny. It's not worth it. Don't bother. Top 3, Mandy, 8 Mile, Firebirds.
Wait, what'd you say?
Mandy, not 8 Mile, 8 millimeter. I'm so happy that you caught that. because it makes it hilarious. Yes.
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah, mom spaghetti. Mandy, 8mm.
What's his name? Bunny or rabbit?
Rabbit.
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 Yeah, Mandy, 8mm, and
God, if they
Firebirds.
made 8 Mile with Nicolas Cage.
I was just thinking that.
Fuck yeah, I'd watch that.
Dude, that would be part of my top 3 probably.
Mom spaghetti.
So yeah, Mandy, 8mm, and Firebirds. I think that was same as last week.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, there you go.
Bran Bran, we have a little sense of contention here.
Oh, that's fucking sounds
Making me
serious.
nervous.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. No.
You're gonna die.
I do recommend this movie.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I think it's made it into my top 3.
Oh God.
Oh God, yourself, Bran Bran. Mandy. Here's the thing, though.
Are you going in order top to bottom?
Mandy definitely top.
Okay. I get mine are
No,
not.
it's my turn now, Bran Bran.
I'm specifying that mine aren't in any order.
Oh,
They're
you
just
specified enough.
Sorry. Go ahead with your words.
Mandy,
Yes.
Con Air.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tie between Lord of War
Interesting.
and The Wicker Man.
You disgust me. But you're still pretty great
Should
guy.
we mention that personal chain letter is 10.1%?
Seriously, because I am feeling that.
Feel it.
Yeah.
Much like the
I'm feeling
Wahlberg
it.
burgers.
Because I've had...
Yeah, you're on
I had this many.
you're on your number.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you know...
1,
Hey.
2, scotch.
Let's
I get it.
Exactly.
Of course.
Let's part back the curtain here. We
Yeah.
filmed
Multiple episodes.
2 episodes.
Yeah, at least.
Multiple 2.
I was trying to leave the allure, but if you want to break it down that much, yes.
2 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. So by week 2,
Yeah.
catch up with me a little bit.
Things get saucy.
But yeah, Mandy, Con Air, and then a tie for Lord of War and
Awesome.
The Wicker Man.
Mandy, Con Air, Lord of War. Perfect. Okay.
And Wicker Man.
I think I'd recommend this. Yeah. Top 3 from T to B.
Top to bottom.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Vampire's Kiss. Mandy. The Wicker Man.
Oh, how does it feel to lose twice in one episode?
First
No,
off,
3 times.
First
Arm
off,
wrestling. And 2 recommendations for Wicker Man.
First off, I would have, if I was to grade your recommendations, you would get a D. You wouldn't fail.
I would say I recommend the unrated version, not the theatrical.
Yes, correct.
I'd recommend the B's version, not
I see
the
what you
B's.
did there.
I think if this would have been my first time seeing it, I probably would have recommended it if it was my first time.
It's my second time. Still recommend it.
Yeah, it's the differences of it's the difference of you and me, bro.
Bro.
But whoa, that was close. Did you see it? He knocked it and was everything fine?
I would have caught it.
It's because you're okay.
Thank you for that underwhelming
Endorsement. You're okay.
But I honestly do believe if this was the first time seeing it, I would be like, watch it. There's some awesome freak out stuff. You're gonna like it. Good. I think it's because it's my second time, and all the stuff that pissed me off the first time that I didn't like, I had to sit through again.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of soured me on the movie, and it kind of overshadowed his freak out stuff. That's why I wouldn't recommend it.
You're being a real Sister Beach about this whole thing.
Dude, I am being
a real bear.
I'm being. What was the lady's name? The
Sister Rose.
No,
Willow.
the one that was in charge of everything.
Miss Summer's Isle.
I'm being a Miss Summer's Isle. That's a stupid name.
It is.
Is she dead yet? Not
Oh,
her,
I'm
the
sure.
actress.
Maybe.
She better be because I.
Whoa. Oh, Jesus. Coming in hot, dude. Can you think of more occupations that Mrs. Beach or Sister Beach would have.
Okay, Sister Beach. Let's okay. What did we do so far?
Train
we did
conductor.
train conductor. ooh.
Gorilla handler. Yes.
Gorilla handler. Oil rig supervisor. No, not super.
Mechanic.
Technician. Oil rig technician. She's the one that's like on the oil rig working oil rigs.
Lunchtime, everybody.
Yeah. Let's see. I can see her work. I can see her working like back in like the 1800s when they were like butcher animals.
Oh,
I can see her butchering animals in the 1800s.
you know, it's funny. You know that one famous photograph of all the guys sitting on the big steel beam up really high eating their lunch?
Yeah, she'd fit in.
Sister Beach is on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Cat collar. Check out the legs on that one.
Yeah, the gams.
Not the gams.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That's understandable.
There's a I don't know who does it, but there's a I think it's a country song. But it's like basically all like the states and like what they're known for. It's like Detroit, auto workers, but like I don't know.
Hello, Detroit, auto worker, let me thank you for your time.
I'm just trying to think of that song because Sister Beach would be all those things.
That's a real. Wait, that's a real
It's
thing.
an older song. I'll have to look it up once.
Wait, it's actually older.
Yeah. I'll have to look it up. But basically, I'm just saying, like, Sister Beach would be in Detroit doing auto factory work. She would be in Pittsburgh doing steel work.
Right.
Yeah.
She'd be in fucking California mining for gold.
Chicago
and
with
shoot
with
people
the cattle.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Sister Beach built the Golden Gate Bridge, from what I heard.
I was trying to think of something, but my brain isn't working quickly right now. I don't know why.
Because Sister Beach brewed that beer that
She
you
probably
drank.
did, yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, seriously.
I got it. Bottling, canneling, labeling. That's only 5 points.
It's, you know what?
When you can't form sentences?
Yes, dude, all the time. All the time. But I don't like when a beer says like there's hints of things,
And they don't.
and then there's no hint of it. It almost seems like
They're
it's
reaching.
reaching, or it's just not there. But they can legally quotations say it because they.
I mean, they can say whatever they want.
Yeah.
No, you actually can't because.
Yes, they can.
Yeah, because there's some wine that with some bullshit labels.
Well, the thing is though, FDA purposes, if you put that you said that there was okay, let's say this. So this is chocolate hints.
Yes.
Okay. So in your ingredients, you don't have to put that you put cocoa or you put at like whatever like the chocolate ingredient. You don't have to say that, but like you said, Chris.
Yeah.
You could say that it's an artificial cocoa flavor.
But there's a difference between ingredients and tasting notes.
True.
Yes.
True. That is true.
I just Sister Beached you.
You did Sister Beach me. God, you're so ripped.
Yeah.
Well, you did beat me in arm wrestling, so
Punch
that
you
is
in the
true.
dick.
Not my dick.
Not my ding ding. I think that's everything, guys.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Next movies are what did I say? World Trade Center and Ghost Rider.
Yeah, you did.
My
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Those are two very opposite movies.
Yeah, so World Trade Center I've never seen, and Ghost Rider I've seen a bunch of times. So awesome, let's go.
Really have seen Ghost Rider one time?
I'm a huge Marvel nerd, so yeah, of course.
Very good.
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Wait, what?
What?
You just said you said-
I gotta pee.
I really do have to pee.
Yeah, so do I.
Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, probably mostly gentlemen, best thing you can do is support us and like us and comment on each specific kind of platform that you can. If you're going to watch us on YouTube, subscribe and like us and comment. If you're going to listen to us, probably listen on YouTube and a Podcast Addict and Stitcher and like, comment, and then we'll see you then. I only got 3 more seconds. Bye-bye.